We're reading from Saigyo Poems of a Mountain Home. He likes to get up early, so we start early. So, part 16. Most of this material is from Burton Watson. It's got from the Sankashu and the Shinko Kinsu. And this illustration here is a picture. Is from artist Batista Matabe. These are about 31 syllable tanka, which is like a Japanese court poetry. Alright, enough comments. Okay, now we pick up a poem on page 170. So remote the mountains on a carpet of moss. A monkey sits unconcernedly chattering. How is he unconcerning?
He looks like that.
He's unconcerned, but he's chattering. He's just chattering.
Well, they always chatter.
Alright, so they're always chattering. So remote the mountains on a carpet of moss. A monkey sits unconcernedly chattering. What if Saigyo is unconcerningly and he just projects it?
No.
No? The monkey is. Alright.
Well, maybe the fact that he notices it means that he likes to be a little bit.
Here it says, so remote the mountains. I collect water as it drips from the rocks in intervals, gathering horse chestnuts that come plopping down. These horse chestnuts are pounded into meal and used for food. Here it says, so remote the mountains, I collect water as it drips from the rocks in intervals, gathering horse chestnuts that come popping down. So now he's collecting water. You ask what he ate. Remember you said, what's this poor guy eating in the mountains? So he's collecting water from the drips from the rocks, so that's his water. Sounds like good water though, right? And horse chestnuts is something to eat. Sounds good to me. I like some. I like chestnuts. So remote the mountains, no friendly birds chirping close by, only the fearful voice of the owl. It's from the what? SKS. It's from the SKS. What's SKS? The Sankasu Shu SKS. That's for S. He says, so remote the mountains, no friendly birds chirping close by, only the fearful voice of the owl. I guess he likes the chirping birds. I suppose it's more cheerful. So remote the mountains. He keeps saying so remote the mountains. This is like a series, I think. Don't know. So remote the mountains, then I hear someone chopping brush for kindling, the noise of the axe raising a clatter. I guess that's something like you're in the woods and you hear somebody like chopping something. You know somebody else is around. He says, so remote the mountains, then I hear somebody chopping brush for kindling, the noise of the axe raising a clatter. From the Shin... Why can't I remember that? It's from the San Kashu. Here we go. So remote the mountains. Keeps talking about that. Deer, fearless enough to come right up close. Tell me how far I am from the outside world. You think that the deer comes up close, the deer senses that he's a nice person who's not going to hurt him, and he's become far from the outside world. Probably so. So remote the mountains, deer fearless enough to come right up close. Tell me, how far am I from the outside world? I like this poem. This will be my poem. I claim this poem for Spain. I mean, I claim this poem for posting to Instagram. That way it'll be an instant hit. Maybe. But anyways, here we go. We're still reading from the miscellaneous section of Saigyo's poetry. This one says, from 110 love poems. My goodness. So now we know there's 110. Though it reaches deep into the heart, the fragrance is meaningless, while the sprig of plum remains unplucked. Though it reaches deep into the heart, the fragrance is meaningless, while the sprig of plum remains unplucked. Does that mean you have to... What's it mean, dear?
Read it again.
That's your excuse when you don't understand it?
The spring of what?
It's a piece of a plum. It's like a branch. Though it reaches deep into the heart, the fragrance is meaningless, while the sprig of plum remains unplucked.
Sprig.
Sprig. Of plum. Oh, it means something here.
I don't know, maybe sex.
You have to involve yourself. You have to be attentive. The fragrance may not reach you if you don't touch, if you don't participate. I don't know what it means. I'll have to ask the analyst. Do we have any analysts?
I don't know, maybe. He's talking about sex.
Oh, sex. Yeah, you can't just, you have to indulge in sex. You can't just think about it.
Okay, that's it.
All right. That's it then. All right. Here we are on 110 love poems. Keen to the danger, constantly I shun the eyes of others, treading like one on a plank trail rigged against the face of the cliff. Interesting. Now, keen to the danger, constantly I shun the eyes of others, treading like one on a plank trail rigged across the face of the cliff. So now he's in a love poem here, and he's walking on a tightrope. What's that all about? What's that all about?
I didn't hear anything.
You're deaf to love.
So what did you say?
Keen to the danger, constantly I shun the eyes of others. He's worried about all the gossip and stuff, probably. And then he says, treading like one on a plank trail rigged across the face of the cliff.
And it's very interesting, his poetry of love.
Dear, I thought he was in love with a court lady, and she was inaccessible, and the more he pursues her, the deeper trouble he gets into, probably. Who knows what happened? I'm going to have to read his biography. We're going to need an analyst for
The
that
secrets
one.
are in the poetry.
All the answers in the poem.
The secrets
You
are
could
in the
argue that.
poetry. Love poems, Hallergan.
The secrets within the poems.
I have to read all of the Hallergan.
Well, you should read the 110 love poems in a series, right?
Read that one small.
We read them, the other 110, we'll get the answer. Okay. The answer's within the poem, it says. What's Saigyo saying? The answer's within the poems. Okay. Keen to the danger, constantly I shun the eyes of others, treading like one on a plank trail rigged across the face of the cliff. Alright, we'll let that one seethe. As the leaves of the kuchu vine no longer cupping dew, turn about in the buffeting wind. Turn your thoughts to me. He's asking somebody to turn their thoughts.
He's asking her.
What?
Is that part of the love poem?
Yeah, these are love poems.
So she's asking her.
As the leaves of the kuchu vine no longer cupping dew, turn about in the buffeting wind, turn your thoughts to me. I guess he's just asking to think about him. Like, think about me. Goodness. More 110 love poems.
It seems those leaves, they turn in a specific way when under those conditions.
Yeah, they may turn, and he wants her to turn her thoughts like the leaves turned. More 110 poems. My love will end in hopelessness. These longing sighs I bring on myself, as empty as a cicada's shell. My love will end in hopelessness. These longing sighs I bring on myself, as empty as a cicada's shells. A reading from Saigyo's Poems of a Mountain Home. And from Burton Watson, Part 16. That's good. Now we're finished though for this.